Oh, look at this, guys. The weather don't look so good. What is up, you guys? I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is raining. It is raining so heavily now. Look at that. Wet. I wanted to ride my board today, but look at it. Look at the rain. It's crazy. And I couldn't ride the board. So public transportation it is then. Which today I want to talk to you about transportation that you can get in Singapore. Hear all the thunders.
See me as your enemy, or see me as your friend. It is 19 months since I was there and held you in my hand. It is 18 since I told you, and you took away my name. Now when you saw me, you turned away your head. You won't forgive me, and I will understand now and then.
Now on a rainy day like this, you can walk around. Most places in Singapore is sheltered, so it's a good thing. You don't get wet so much. But look at outside. That's heavy rain there. Still dry. Today it's weird. I don't know why it's raining so heavily like that. Wasn't like that the last couple of days. I am now going to Gems and I'm gonna go get a rubber grip for my camera. Now the reason why I wanted to do this video is because some of you guys have asked me, hey Lionel, you have a car, why don't you drive to work? Or you have an electric board, why do you still walk? Or why are you taking the bus today? Or why are you taking the train today? And this is the reason why I need to do this video. See, in Singapore, the most cheapest way to move around is actually by electric scooter or electric board. I have an electric board, but I can't use the electric board today because it's raining and it's not safe. Plus, if you're going on a long distance, then maybe battery might be a problem. But if you want another cheaper transport, they have bikes in Singapore, which you can rent them. It's just that you have to do that app thing, which I'm not really a big fan of it. But since I got a board, then there's no reason for me to take the bikes. But it's healthy. Cycling, it's good exercise, it's good workout. So let me talk to you about the public transport in Singapore. This is an EZ-Link card. You can buy this in any MRT station. This card allows you to use the buses in Singapore and the MRT. And sometimes fast food as well. Buses are actually one of my favorite transportation because for one, they have bus lanes in Singapore. So if there is a traffic jam, taking the bus would be a lot faster than driving. It depends on where you go. If you're going to Orchard Road, which is like the most busy and crowded area, most of the time there's always traffic. Taking the bus would be a good thing. A lot cheaper than driving actually. If you take the buses or MRT, you don't have to worry about parking. You don't have to worry about the ERP. ERP is actually this. So basically every time when the car goes through, the car pays $2 or $3 just to go through to that area. It's Singapore's way to control traffic. That's what they say. The third point about buses is that most of the time if you're sitting in a bus, you'll be able to get a seat. If you take the MRT, most of the time you'll be standing because the MRT would be a lot more packed than the buses. It actually depends on the time and the situation. Like if you were to go from east to west and then if you were to take a bus, you might reach your destination in like 2 to 3 hours. But then if you go by MRT, then you might only take 1 hour to go from east to west. And sometimes buses, they don't have a direct route to your destination. So you might end up changing buses, which might take a while. Oh my god guys, you remember Big Box? Look at what happened to Big Box now. What? I can't believe it. The whole place is closed. What's going on? There's no business here or something? Look at this. It's all closed. These are cars, taxis. Let me show you the queue for the taxis. Taxi stand. So if you want to take a taxi here, be prepared to queue because the queue is sometimes really long. It's a Saturday today, so that's why. But in Singapore, we have Grab as well. Sometimes I use Grab. It's so bloody hard to just find one camera grip. Alright, so going back to what I was talking about, Grab and taxi. It also depends on the time of the day you're taking them. Generally, peak hours are more expensive. Off-peaks are so much cheaper. Now, even though they are more expensive, it doesn't mean that they will reach your destination faster. Sometimes taking the MRT would be faster and a lot cheaper than taking a cab. You have to take in consideration of the traffic jam. And during peak hours, and if you're going to the city area, the traffic jam can be quite bad. There are no motorbike rentals or motorbike taxis in Singapore. No tuk-tuks as well. Oh no, I am wrong. There are motorbike rentals in Singapore. But you know what I mean. There's no like street stalls that line up all the motorbike and you can rent them for a day and stuff like that. No, in Singapore you have to go through a legit rental company in order to get a motorbike. or a car. But most of the time people come to Singapore, they rent a car. I don't think there's much that rents motorbikes here when you come here for holiday. I can be wrong sometimes, guys. I'm only human. Since I can't find my stuff here, I have to go downtown and see if I could find it. I'm not sure if I could or not, but I'm going downtown, and at the same time I can show you the MRT. So this is the time where I take the MRT because it's faster to go downtown with the MRT.
Used to be your future, now you see me as your end. When you're hiding, we're colliding. Better be and stop to pretend. I was silent, you were blind. Better leave those fears behind. If you're still bleeding, see me as a friend. You won't believe me, and I will understand. Now and then.
Shaq is here! Yo! Yes! Shaq wants to go to Safra, so
It's raining.
yeah, we're gonna take a cab.
Yeah, we're gonna take
I can show you the cab. And guys, this is what a taxi stand looks like in Singapore. 1, 2, 3. And I think we got a cab soon.
All of them have a serial number.
There's a serial number as well.
So you can do cab bookings easier. Just quote this number, the cab will know where to go.
You see the rain, guys? Can you see the rain? So you see, guys, when the taxi, the top is green, that means it's available. If it's red, means it's not available. Let's go, Shaq. Let's go.
Oh. After you, sir?
Of course, my security guard. So we're in the cab now.
Yeah, in a cab.
This is a normal taxi in Singapore. Later when we are going to the next destination, we'll take a Grab. So we'll show you the difference between Grab and taxis.
Yeah, and there's no more Uber here. So sad.
Oh, there's no more Uber in Singapore. Yeah. Pay pass. Cashless. Shaq paying the cab by pay pass. It's just a tap, that's all. How easy and how convenient. It's been a while since we come back to Safra. It's been a while, Shaq.
Yeah, it's been a while. Look at the construction here.
And that's the reason why we don't come to Safra, because of this construction. We're waiting for it to be done. Then we come back for a swim. I miss swimming.
no more $10 KTV. No more.
Oh yeah, there's no more $10
No
karaoke. No more $10. Oh. All construction at Safra. What are you doing here again, Shaq?
Oh, we are going to the E-Mart
Yeah.
to get some camping supplies.
Camping supplies.
Yeah. I'm gonna get some waterproof ground sheets.
If you guys don't know, Shaq has a party tomorrow and I'm not invited.
You what? No, don't spin stories, man.
No, I'm invited, but I can't make it tomorrow. I got this multi-purpose tool here. I think it's gonna be useful. I need one. Oh my god, Shaq's ground sheet. What kind of party needs ground sheet?
Okay, I'm doing an outdoor barbecue. And
Ah.
in case it rains, I'm just setting up shelter for my guests.
Oh, look at the pool, guys. I miss swimming. And of course, heavy rain again, Shaq.
Yeah, the rain caught up with us, man.
What are you gonna do?
What time now? Oh, let's head to Vivocity.
And how are we gonna get there?
There's no taxis. Obviously, I'm gonna do Grab.
Okay, it's just an app thing. Book your Grab, select your location, and it'll come here. Just like that. And Shaq, how much is the Grab from here to Vivo?
$6.
And just like that, our Grab is here. Woo!
After you, sir.
Thank you. In Singapore, there's lots of transportation modes. It depends on the situation and when you should use a particular transport. Not always you use a Grab, not always you use a bus, or not always you use a train. Depends. If it's like raining like now, then probably a Grab would be a lot faster. Or if you have like a group of people, like maybe 2 or 3 or 4 maximum. Maximum 4 people, it makes more sense to take a cab, because if you split the cost of the buses, like 4 people, it's already like $8, and then a Grab from Mount Faber all the way to Vivo is only $6. So you gotta be smart about the transportation in Singapore, and that's the reason why I don't drive all the time, because sometimes driving is a bit more expensive if you're going to certain areas.
Parking included, right?
Yeah, because of the parking, and then because of the ERPs.
ERP.
Vivo! Again! Everyday Vivocity. Like what Rene always say, everyday Vivocity.
That's like a slogan, right?
We arrived at Vivocity. Still raining. Still raining, Shaq?
Yeah, big rain.
But amazing that we can be all dry around in Singapore, even without an umbrella, because everything is sheltered.
Guys, it's very convenient, but it's whether you have the money. Sometimes Grab car is in demand, and just a short distance it can go as high as 15 bucks. But we are lucky that it's $6.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Lucky it's just $6.
This is a Grab expert.
Yeah.
And where there is shack, there is nerve.
No.
Stay tuned, probably enough video will be coming up soon.
Only when there's special offer, right?
Yeah. Oh.
Limited edition, you know. Limited edition.
Check. Can I buy this for you? So let me give you a run through of what Shaq is buying. He's buying this attachment, the laser pointer, and he's getting a modulus butt for the back of the rifle. And he got a free scope as well. Yeah, this is the free scope he got. Free scope!
You guys know what happened just now? Okay, I got my free gift, right? My scope. Alright, $30 purchase of modulus. There's another promotion to get a free sword, but you need to purchase the zombie.
I got the free zombie sword!
The Zombie Strike series, but I didn't get any Zombie Strike series, and he just asked.
And I just asked and he gave me a free sword!
And he got this!
Remember this sword?
Yeah, 10
Shaq,
bucks.
you remember this?
Ow, 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 ow!
Good job, Toys R Us.
I think they recognize you. That's why they give it to you.
Because I was vlogging.
Yeah, you're vlogging.
Okay.
Hey, isn't that Lionel? Ah, let's give him a free
Shout out to Toys R Us.
Yes, good job, good job.
The staff are really friendly. Shaq, do you want a little yellow chick?
You must have mistaken me as Vic, right?
Yes. But this is a chick.
Okay, thank you.
You want to throw it up? One more thing I want to add is that in Singapore, I do not count trishaws. The one in bicycles that takes you around. The boat on the Singapore River.
Oh yes, the river taxi, right?
The duck tours.
Duck tours, the amphibious bus.
Those are not transport, guys. Those are more like recreation.
attraction.
Yes. you can't count that as public transport. You can't count this as public transport as well, Shaq.
No, this is...
It's a kiddie's ride. Dinner time, Mossburger. Transportation in Singapore is relatively easy. It's very convenient. You have all sorts of transportation here, and you don't have to worry about getting from one place to another place. It's just what type of transportation you prefer, isn't it, Shaq?
Yeah, and to choose it so that you can plan your journey more cost effectively.
And time. Cost effective and time. I've showed you guys a lot of transportation modes today, except for the electric board.
That's personal device.
Which, if you want, I can leave a link over here with the electric board going around Singapore. Or, I haven't even showed you Blackie yet, the car. Which, again, if you want, I'll leave another link here. You can watch that. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed today's vlog, and I'll see you in the next one. Remember, transportation is easy in Singapore. It's convenient. They got all types of mode of transport here.
Yeah, I can't wait. In the future, there could be like a Grab helicopter. You know, I think some parts.
Oh, we don't have helicopters here, but in New York they do.
They do, right? Like
Yes.
shuttle.
No, we don't have helicopter taxis here. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. You keep smiling. See ya! Bye, Shaq. Yeah, we are taking bus home now. It's because we're not in a rush, and it's a direct bus home. By the way, this is my first time doing an info video, and I hope if I did it correctly, then please let me know. Write down in the comments below if I missed out anything. Let me know if this info video has been helpful to you. There's always so many different modes of transportation in Singapore. I've only shown you, but I've never talked about it. So let me know if you enjoy this type of video, and if you do, please remember to give me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Long end credit scene every time.